Everybody, welcome to round one. We've won the die roll, so we're going to play first, and we're going to see what we get. We get a swamp and a mountain. We can play ravenous rats, and then we're going to need a land in order to get down goblin medics or get to fire eater. Risky, greedy, but I'll keep it. Don't know if we'll go off that well. We're probably going to go just a land off ravenous rats, unless maybe he keeps a two-lander and floods out. Not the best of strategies to hope for, but it's something. So he's going to lead with a forest. All right. We don't hit a land, but we do get a festering wound, which is not terrible. So we're going to ravenous rats and make him discard probably a land. Goodbye, island. So green-blue. Interesting. So brief primers that I read suggested that black was the best, black was the second best, third best, fourth best, fifth best, and then under that was red or green back and forth, and then blue and white, with white being very bad. So Multani's Acolyte, so he's going to draw a card off this 2-1, and he's going to have to pay 2 green next turn. So he's going to slow down a little bit, which is okay with me. We get to maybe buy a turn, so we can Goblin Patrol. If I attack in, I assume he might not mind trading, because then he won't have to play the Echo. So I'm going to force him to play the Echo and play Goblin Patrol. So yeah, he does pay the Echo. He must not have anything super amazing that he wanted to play off 3. So he discarded an island, and he's yet to play a blue land. Ooh, Rancor. That's pretty decent. So, yeah. I guess we'll trade the rats for it. We'll take 3, but we'll get back in on him for 2. I did not realize Rancor was in this format. That's not great. So I will pay the Echo for my goblins. Hopefully draw a land. Please draw a land. There we go. So next turn we can maybe play some more stuff. In for 2. And pass the turn. So that Rancor is just going to stick around, unfortunately. I'm going to have to keep on killing things of his. Got a blue source back, so 2-2. Whenever it becomes blocked, it gets +1/+1 till end of turn, so that's going to be a 4-2, or, okay, a Pouncing Jaguar as well. One of these are going to be a 4-2 trample. So I guess we'll keep the Goblin Patrol up as a blocker. Flame Jet, not great. Well. I guess we'll put down the Fire Eater. And then, whatever he puts Rancor on, we can kill with Goblin Patrol, hopefully. And then whatever he tries to put Rancor on, we could maybe get him, if he doesn't realize it, by, in response, sacking the Fire Eater. So he's going to pay the Echo, I would imagine. It would seem the smart move. Oh, interesting. I can't actually block the Cave Tiger, because it would become a 3-3. So that's less than good. He's going to cycle the Veiled Serpent to draw a card. What's that? Whenever an opponent casts a spell, if it's an enchantment, it becomes a 4-4. Not a great spell. So he's going to put Rancor on that. That's interesting. I'm much more okay with that. Boy, am I ever going to block that. Rancor will go back to his hand. He can't cast it this turn. If he tries to put it on that Tiger, we can get him in response and get Rancor in the graveyard. This is power to target creature, so we can deal 2 to that. So I guess I could just kill it right now instead. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get this race in our favor here. Oh, sorry, that doesn't go to creature. I'm still fine with that. This becomes blocked. He may not be willing to trade here. Maybe he is. Who knows? I'm okay if he is. We don't have to pay the Echo next turn. Yeah, he's fine with blocking there, so that's cool. So maybe he's got something even bigger and better to put Rancor on now. He is hitting pretty high mana here. Boy, does he ever. Is that going to become a 6/4 spider? That's pretty gross. That is pretty gross. What can we do about that? Get to Fire Slinger. I guess we could kill it. Yeah, I guess we're going to have to do that. Hopefully he's out of creatures now. So we will Fire Sling that for 2. And then we will sack. Well, let's let that 2 go through just in case he has something fancy that I don't even know about. And then let's sack and do another 2. And hope he has no more creatures for Rancor to go on. Could happen, right? You don't play that many creatures in a deck with Rancor. Oh god, what is this? 6 mana. Okay, he's just drawing into spells, so opportunity. So that is fine by me. Do we pay the Echo on this? So he's got that card that lets him go and get a land. Do we pay the Echo? I think we do. We've got some time. Let's go with a red and a black. And we draw Ticking Gnomes. Alright. So I guess we just have to pass the turn here. We can swing in for 2, and that's about it. Yeah. Let's take him to 13. And he's got 5 cards in hand. 1 is Rancor, so he's got 4 cards. He's got 7 lands down already. Statistically, at least one of his cards should be at land. The cycling is 2. Yep. Seems like the cycling is 2 on almost everything. Maybe cycling is just always 2. No, it's not always 2. Maybe in Urza Saga it was. Passes the turn. Interesting. Is he holding up a counter spell, or did he just have nothing? Well, let's hit him for 2. Okay, he's got something here. Ooh, a flash 3/4. Okay. So we will lose our Slinger here. And then what are we going to do? I guess we'll Ticking Gnomes. And then we can cycle Flame Jet. Or we could throw Festering Wounds, but we want that dead anyways pretty soon. We'd get beginning of my upkeep, so he may not even get 1 damage out of it on that. Be really good on a wall. Wow, would it ever be good on a wall? Yeah, so I guess we'll just pass the turn and maybe cycle Flame Jet. He's going to go search for a land. Does that go to his hand? It does. So he's going to have land Rancor, something, 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 something. It's quite a bit. That's quite a bit. Hopefully I can kill these grunts when they get Rancor on it. I can block. Oh no. No, I can't. Combat doesn't go on the stack, or yeah, it doesn't go on the stack anymore. So we might just have to take 5 here, unfortunately. Yeah, we're just going to take 5. That Rancor is going to be problematic. And then he's going to drop Weatherseed Fairies, 2/1 Pro Red. Alright. So we'll cycle this, hopefully draw into something good. We have to pay Echo on that next turn. Do we? 1, 2, 3. We're left with 2. Ugh. I should have just sacked it beforehand. Yeah, I guess we'll pay the Echo. And we'll draw another land. Boo. So I guess we'll play Goblin Medics, and then we can double block and kill the apes at least, I guess. Not the best of ideas. Man, Ranker's good. Or do I just take the 5 and kill the fairies? And let's take the 5 and kill the fairies. I'm pretty sure I'm just completely out of this game anyways now. And then we'll take 5, go to 4. And he has a full hand of cards. More fairies, alright. Trumpet Blast. Doot, doot, doot. So we're dead, right? 2 in the air, takes us to 2. Trample damage is gonna finish us off. Yeah, that'll finish us off. So we're dead. So that's unfortunate. He had some pretty solid card draw, too, with Opportunity and cycled once. Pretty decent. What can I do about that? Sick and Tired would hit the fairies. Despondency, I guess, would turn off rank. It's actually opposite Rancor. Seems like a bad sideboard choice, but maybe it's better than Festering Wound. I didn't see anything that might stick around on his board, or that I'd be happy with sticking around on his board, so maybe we put in Despondency. Seems bad, though. Let's submit that and just see what we can do. I will play first. That seems a bit better. Turn 2, War Buggy. Turn 3, Pay for it. Turn 4, Berserker. Seems okay. Let's lead with a mountain, pass the turn. We draw Wild Kolos. So we're going to go War Buggy, get in for 2. Hopefully he doesn't have too many of those fairies. We also don't necessarily have to pay the Echo. We could cast Wild Kolos, but he didn't play anything, so we will. Pestilence, alright. So we'll get in for 2. And pass the turn. Unfortunately, all of these are X2s, right? Yeah. So Pestilence isn't going to do much good until I get maybe an X3 online. Still no plays. Interesting. So I guess we'll get in for 4 here and really start to race him. Not even race him, just pull away. Take him down to 12. He must have something, right? Are the apes a 3-drop? I think the apes are a 3-drop. Are they a 3-drop or a 4-drop? They're a 3-drop. That's really good. At common, 3/4 flash. I don't even care that you have to repay the mana cost. That's nothing. Ugh. So now we're in a bit of a race. Especially if we see Rancor come down. Doesn't attack. Interesting. So I guess we'll go with I don't even know. Don't even know. Could throw Despondency on it. And Goblin War Buggy? Sure. Why not? Seems bad. Make him a 1/4 that I'm not afraid of anymore. Get in for 2. Take him to 12. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm really not the Pestilence deck. Not with all of these X2 hasters. Frantic Search. He's discarding 2 cards, then he's drawing 2 cards, discarding 2 cards, and on-tapping up to 3 lands. So it's a free spell. These seem utterly broken. Anything where they, for some reason, force you to have the mana. I mean, I guess it's not 0, so you can't cast it on turn 1, but it is literally a free card if you have 3 lands. Seems quite good. This and Gush and Rewind and etc. Marker Beetles, 2 3s. When they die, target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Pay 2, sack it, draw a card. Ooh, that's really good. So that's going to become a 2/5. Ew. He may just do that right away. No, not going to do it right away. So yeah, we'll play the Echo here. And then do nothing. Because we can't swing into those. Unfortunately, the green deck is just gonna stonewall us. Veiled Serpent, so that's an enchantment, and whenever I cast a spell, it becomes a 4/4 permanently that can't attack unless I have an island. So he's going to have a 4/4 blocker. So again, that 4 toughness is just going to completely just stop us dead. Yet another 2/2. Guess we'll put down Viashino Runner. Can this hit players too? It can. This is going to be an annoying game. I don't know why he hasn't attacked. Or just sacked that. Sack that, make that a 2/5, and just start swinging in, because I can't do anything. Oh, it's +1/+1 till end of turn. That's not as good. But still. 2/2 when it dies, draw a card. Also seems very good, and it's a flyer. So we're in a lot of trouble there. Ravenous Rats, I can make him discard a card. He'd have to block with 2 things here, but he'd block with that and that. Ugh. Alright, well, I can kill that bird at least, but he'll draw a card off of it. But oh well. So let's ping the bird. Give him a free card. Play yet another X2 that Pestilence would just destroy. So I guess he's going to think about whether or not he gives that +1/+1 and lets it live, and also draws a card. But he just lets it die. So I will again pass the turn. I don't know if I have anything that trumps anything he has on board. At all. He's going to cycle Hush. I mean, even my Hollow Dogs don't do it. Pouncing Jaguar. Heart Warden. I mean, I basically guess I save creatures back in my hand until I can hit enough swamps to wipe the board completely. Let's pay the Echo cost for that. Well, there's another swamp. I can Ravenous Rats, make him discard a card. What do we get? An island. Whoop-de-doo. So now I just stop playing creatures. Pestilence. Pay 4, wipe the board, and then play some creatures. Cave Tiger, sure thing. Keldon Champion will hold him back. Let's go Pestilence. So I could pay 1 and I could kill off Heart Warden. But he would just sack it in response. Next turn I can kill everything except for the Serpent and the Grunt. If I draw a Swamp, we're in good shape. And if he ever plays anything bigger than 4, we're just beyond dead. So he's going to come in with the 2/2s, because he knows something's going to be coming at some point. So I can throw that away, I guess. And then I don't care about that much longer. Just make sure the race doesn't start tilting too hard in his favor. 4/5, alright, well, we're gonna be in trouble. Boy, are we ever. Well, there's another swamp, so we can kill everything except for the Blanchwood Treefolk. Goes and gets a land with the Sextant. The question is, how long do I wait to Pestilence? Do I wait to see if I can get a 5th swamp? More beetles. He's going to come in with everything. Alright. So, I will go block, block, and block. He's going to give +1/+1 to them, so they wouldn't die, because it's a 5/6. So each Pestilence is a trigger. So on the 3rd trigger, he'd get another +1/+1. So he would take 4. He would still live, which is a pain. But it is only +1/+1 till end of turn. So maybe I pseudo wipe the board now so that I can play a creature. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go Pestilence. Pestilence. I'll get Despondency back. Pestilence. That'll die. Oh, he's going to sack it instead. Oh, he could actually give it to the Serpent, I suppose. And then both of those would live. No, he's going to give it to that. So the Serpent will die as well. And that is until end of turn, because it's blue. So it becomes a 4/5 again. Viashino Sandstalker. So I could take him to 6 and then take him to 2. I could take him to 5 and then have him almost dead. That seems decent. Play Keldon Champion, hit him for 3. Block, Pestilence, Pestilence, take him to 3. Finish the game off. There we go, we won it. Pestilence, thankfully because we had that quick early game, helped buy us some time there, enough for us to win it. So, is there anything I can do? I still don't think there's much I can do. He just has so many high toughness guys. Festering Wound almost seemed okay again. Especially with that that Serpent when it comes online. We'll take Sponge. Oh, Expunge would have been awesome if we've ever seen it. Phyrexian Broodlings. The medics are really bad, so let's trade those out for a Festering Wound. And then we'll submit that and see if we can try and pull it out again, maybe. 3 lands, not bad. Turn 2 Hasty 2/2, or turn 3 Hasty 2/2, Despondency, Disease Carriers. Yeah, we'll keep it. Our opponent gets to go first. They're going to drop a forest. They've got a turn 1 play. It's just the Sextant, but that's going to let them get their mana, even if they're a little bit shaky on it. Sandstalker. So that might be our turn 2 play if he doesn't play a land. Well, maybe. It's kind of like Virtual Echo. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. He kept a 1-lander, hoping he'd draw the second land for that Sextant. So we can really try to take over now. That was a greedy, greedy keep on his part. So we're going to get in for 2. This comes back at our end step. Next turn we'll drop the Kolos. Get in for another 2. So when that enters the battlefield, each opponent discards a card. Oh, no. Oh, that's bad. So let's play that Mountain. Play the Kolos. Get in for another 2. Take him to 16. Let's see if he gets his land here. There we go. So now he can go and get his 3rd land. Is that what he's going to do? He probably needs it if he's missed that many land drops. And it goes to his hand, right? So it's not even on his battlefield. He's maybe thinking about playing a blocker, maybe. That's what he's going to do. Just drop down a blocker. Or a mana dork, if you want to look at it that way. So I guess we'll go Goblin Warbuggy here. Kind of sucks to miss a land. Let's get in with them, see if we can get him to 12. Yeah, we can. We'll have to pay the Echo on that. If we do draw another land, we can get another Warbuggy down, though. He is just going to pass the turn back to me. Alright. So let's, don't know if it matters which of these we tap down. Let's go with the Swamp. He could have the Apes now. He could have the Apes. We'd still get him to 10, though. Does he have the Apes? Yeah, he does. So he's going to kill one of them. He's still going to go to 10. And then we'll pass the turn. Well, he could still win this if we stop drawing lands. He gets another land, so nothing's going to happen this turn except probably an attack, or maybe not. No, he is already at 10, so he can't quite afford the attack. Ooh, we still don't hit a land. So get to Fire Eater, or another Haster, or Despondency on the Grunts. I guess we'll go with the Fire Eater. He's going to be at 4 mana. We really need that second swamp. So he's going to get to draw a card. He'll have to pay the Echo on that next turn. And he's going to drop a 2/1 flyer. Still no land. Eesh. So Ravenous Rats, I guess. Make him discard. And then what? Ugh, we need that land. Make him discard something. It's not going to be a land, at least. We know that. It's going to be Raven Familiar. And I guess we'll just pass the turn. He is going to pay the Echo on that. He's going to start pinging me for 2 in the air, which is a pain. Could Despondency it. Basically turn it off. Could be what I have to do next turn. Oh, he's going to Rancor it. That's gross. That's really gross. Wow, do I need another Swamp and Pestilence like right now. Or Expunge. It's somewhere in my deck. We haven't seen it in 3 freaking games, though. So he's going to come in for 4. That's going to hurt. Ugh. Jeez. Ugh. So what can we do? We could Trumpet Blast, and if he doesn't block for some reason 2 of them, we could get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, take him to 3, and then Keldon Champion, but... Ugh. Yeah, without that land, we're in so much trouble. I'm just doing it. Swing it in, see what he says. He's going to do that, so Trumpet Blast doesn't even make much sense. Well, it kills that off. So let's Trumpet Blast. Why not? Take him to 7. And we're left with a 1/1. If we hit a land, we can Keldon Champion, take him to 4. But that flyer is just... We basically need Expunge or Pestilence. Because he's got Pro Red, so he stops all of our Gitu guys. Marker Beetles, sure thing. Well, we tried to take advantage of his land troubles early on and got faced with our own. Still not a land. So we can nail him for 3. Take him to 4. Well, I guess that's what we're going to do. We're going to take 6 in the air this or next turn. So we are just dead. We are just dead. In with the Beetles, too. So that's 8. And he's presumably got a blocker. I mean, our out is basically he doesn't play a blocker. He taps that for some reason. We get in for 1 and then get in for 3. So we're going to have to try for that. But otherwise, with those flyers, we're just dead. Dead as dead can be. There's a flyer or a blocker anyways. Oh, hey, look at that. A land on turn 10. Nothing we can do. We can take him to 1. So we can take him to 1. We've got 4 coming in the air anyways. Let's just see if he stupidly, for some reason, lets the 1 through. Didn't think so. Good game. That was awful. Turn 10, 3 lands. All 3 of them were in our starting hand as well, I believe. So that's we drew first, so that was 10 straight draws with no lands. So that really sucks. Our deck did what it needed to do game 2, and then the other 2 games it just failed miserably. So we will see if maybe round 2 goes a little bit better, and I'll see you guys.